So here we are on the Bonneville salt flats. Pretty impressive, stonking hot day. I was quite surprised at how hot it is. Hey, it's not as big as the salt flats in Bolivia, but it's still pretty impressive, I have to say. Have a look. Not a lot to see around here. Miles and miles and miles. So I've just arrived at this town called Chalice, and en route through I discovered this little place where they specialise in bump sides, which are these old Fords, and they've all got a little bump on the side of them which gives them the name. This guy here renovates these little trucks, sells them all over the US. Really cool place. Wind has dropped, weather's warmed up a bit. Have a really good time today. Lovely roads, bike burbling along. Couldn't be happier.
This is the preservation one, so basically the customer wanted pretty much everything original as much as possible.
Wow.
Of course, we pull the motor out though and go through it all and rebuild everything too. That was sent off. Everything is pretty much not new, but redone.
Yeah. So all the insides have been reworked.
Yes, all the insides have
new
been
rings.
checked,
Yeah.
honed out, cleaned out.
Yeah.
rains, but his fate is set in stone. Is the father of no child, the husband of no wife, just a lonely prey out in the desert, and he's looking to the sky, waiting for the end. Shadows of death moving on my bones. The vultures of devil waiting to claim his soul. It is time to feel the desperation, while God is laughing at his face. The dark sins Roman life of killing will drag him straight to hell, where there is no end.
Just making my way back down. There's a storm on the way. I can feel a few spots of rain hitting me already, and just over 12,500 feet, so I want to get down off here. The last section of the road was shut due to high winds of 80 miles an hour.
Riding through the valley of sorrow on a worn out horse.
Hi, so managed to ride up Mount Evans yesterday. Got to 12.8.5 and the wind was too strong. It was about 75 miles an hour, so I had to call it quits on that. In fact, well, they shut the road, so I couldn't do the last 1,000 odd meters. Anyhow, the temperature's dropped here. I'm just outside Denver, and I'm heading down to Grand Junction, and I'm kind of on the limit of different layers, so I've come up with a little bit of a solution, a Trump solution, if you excuse the pun. I've got my space blanket, and this is going to act as a bit of a heat shield. Jumper over the top, tuck it in, bit of a poncho, and well, we're going to see how that works. Yeah, fingers crossed that it does.
Where there is no welcome.
is Brian here, the guy who I've hired my bike from, and end of the journey. I'm going to go off home and leave him with his nice Triumph, and I've had a wonderful time.
Thank you,
It's been a
Kelson.
really good system.
Appreciate it.
The bike, Triumph Bonneville 1200. It's got a really good, smooth running 1200cc parallel twin engine with plenty of low down torque. It's got a really nice light clutch. Throttle response is smooth and non-jerky. Comes with heated grips, which have to be honest, came in handy on more than one occasion. Front brakes could do with a little improvement. Having said that, most of the time engine braking was adequate, without really requiring the front brake in any emergencies. Gearbox is slick, but does require a kind of lazy change rather than a quick up and down shift. Bike was a little asthmatic at high altitude, but to be honest, again, I've come across this with many other bikes, so it's not particularly that bike. Got approximately 215 miles per full tank, which was a good enough range. No problems with the seat. Having been sat on it for hours each day, it was pretty comfy, to be honest. Riding position isn't a laid back one, nor is it sporty. It's just a pretty neutral position, which worked fine for my trip. Could be improved with some wind protection, such as a fly screen. That would have been handy. One negative thing about the Bonneville 1200 per se is that you have to remove the silencers to properly get out the chain adjusters. Why would they do that? Otherwise, great bike all round.